Welcome to Chat Chow, a weekly online show celebrating the personalities in the food industry. Today we're in Silver Lake in Los Angeles and we're chatting with executive chef Robert Luna of Malo. So Chef, thanks so much for doing this interview with us today. Excited to have you on.
Happy to be here.
Can you tell us what we're drinking here today?
We're drinking the house margarita, which is made with fresh squeezed lime, lemon juice, and our simple syrup and agave. And the other one is a spicy cucumber margarita with we make a chili sauce. It's kind of like tapatio. That goes into it with a cucumber and lemon juice, agave, and the tequila.
Awesome. Is this the pepper?
That's the árbol. That's the, don't chew it.
All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so try it. Ooh, that is spicy.
Has a nice little kick to it.
It does. So can you start us off with some of your background?
Sure. I was raised in Alhambra, California.
Okay.
My mom is a culinary arts teacher. Father was a pastry chef. And got into cooking at around 16 years old. And opened up my first restaurant as executive chef in Pasadena at a place called Cafe Santorini when I was 18. And I've been working pretty consistently ever since.
Awesome. I've been to that place. So
Cafe Santorini?
Yeah.
That was my baby.
Awesome. So the food here is described as East LA, Chicano cuisine. Can you describe some of the flavors or the taste of Chicano food?
You know, it's pretty straightforward. Chicano food, or East LA styled Mexican food, is completely different from what you would expect at a regular Mexican restaurant. It's not a lot of cheese. There's not a lot of sour cream. It's not like 3 items on a big giant plate that weighs 9 pounds. It's more home cooking. And it is truly like true Southern California comfort food. It's everyone that has grown up in, the San Gabriel Valley or in the San Fernando Valley or anywhere where there's a condensed population of Hispanics has had that one friend that the mom made a bean and cheese burrito, or you had a taco from that taco truck. And that is our culture. Our culture is that. It's Chicano-based comfort food. And what we're trying to do is bring a little bit of that back to LA, what I grew up eating as a latchkey kid, mom and dad working as cooks and chefs. And so I'd get home, and on the stove, my mom would leave a little pot with ground beef with tomatoes, and there'd be like a little thing of tortillas, or you'd open the fridge and there'd be a little thing of bacon, refried beans, and that's what you would eat. And that's what I grew up eating, and that's what we're kind of bringing back to the table as far as what East LA is, or what is Boyle Heights, or what is Chicano food.
So can you tell us about some of the newest or most exciting things on your menu right now?
Sure. Let's start with some of the old favorites that aren't going to go anywhere soon, which is kind of the namesake of the restaurant. What we kind of built this taco empire on was the ground beef and pickle taco. And that's a taco that my mom made for me when I was a kid. Running out of bread. We never had hamburger buns in the house. We always had wheat bread. So I ran out of Roman meal wheat bread, and I wanted a cheeseburger, and my mom threw it in a corn tortilla and fried it and put, at home, she puts mayonnaise, the cheese, and the pickle. Here we don't put the mayonnaise, and that's still around. Some things are never gonna go by the wayside. As far as new things, we're doing a bacon wrapped shrimp, Ensenada style, which is something that I remember from a kid. We'd take trips to La Bufadora in Ensenada, and along the side there'd be these roadside stands, and you'd have anything and everything imaginable wrapped in bacon. And one of the things I remember was the shrimp, and they used to wrap it in bacon, deep fry it, and it would come out, and the guy would put a little butter and some sour cream or crema fresca in it. It was just like, So that one on the menu here. The other thing is that we're doing cactus and onions. It's just one of those things that people are like, oh, it's slimy, or it's really healthy. It's something I grew up eating, usually in scrambled eggs. Other big ones right now, like for the holidays, we're doing tamales. And we do a pork adobo. We're doing a turkey mole. And we're doing my favorite, which is jack cheese and flor de calabaza, which is pumpkin flowers.
What is the philosophy of the restaurant? Like, what kind of
vibe do you guys have?
We here in Malo, Silver Lake, we were definitely the clubhouse for the community. And we've had people that have grown up and bring their families back here, and we're still that beacon. We're a little older now. We're a little bit more sophisticated, but we're still that place to come and hang out and have a good time. And we are very involved in the community. We work with a lot of local groups. We feed. We're getting ready to do a big push right now with a group called the Punk Rock Marthas, and we're going to feed some homeless people. We're going to do a lot of good in the community, and we're really out there trying to show that we're part of this area and we're not going anywhere. So hopefully we'll be here for another 10 years.
That's awesome. And let's talk about East LA a little bit, the
Okay.
food's inspiration. Where do you see it going as far as food and culture?
East LA right now is at a point where it's going to go into the future with a big step. It has a big push. There's a lot of great restaurants right now in East LA and Boyle Heights that have come up lately, one of which is one of my favorites right now is Guisados. And I know them and they're really good friends. And I think that what they're doing is important for the area. East LA right now, as far as art, it's blowing up. It's huge, you know. A lot of urban artists and graffiti artists and graph writers are coming out of there, and they're doing shows and they're doing things at the Mocha. And guys that I remember saying, man, that guy's going to jail for sure, is now being praised as like a great new artist and all this stuff. And it's super positive. It's absolutely super positive, and I'm happy to be part of it.
That's great. One last question for you. So the restaurant's name is Malo, which I believe translates to bad.
Yeah.
What inspired you guys to choose that name?
Couple of things. One of which, you know, it's a throwback to a band, Malo from East LA. But more than that, it was that guy that drove the old Chevy, the guy on the lowrider bicycle. Ese vato muy malo, man. That guy's badass, you know. And it's a throwback to that. It's a throwback to when we were younger, that you'd see the older veterano guys, and they'd be like, you know, out there with their big beards and, you know, their slick-looking pachuco outfits, and that guy's bad, it's malo, you know. And it's a throwback to that. It's a throwback to our community.
So Malo is bueno.
Es muy bueno.
Great. All right. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.